Casual dining is a luxury now. I wanted to start this video off with something that sounds obvious, but also is something that just feels really unsettling. Casual dining is a luxury now. Now, I'm not talking about white tablecloth restaurants or special occasion anniversary dinners. I'm talking about the casual dining spots that you would go on autopilot without thinking about it. But now the idea of going to an Applebee's requires a quick 15-minute meeting with the senior partners of the firm and the CFO of household finances. And if you've been feeling this pinch and haven't been able to put your finger on it, then this video's for you. Welcome back to Outrageous Foods, the YouTube series where I try and figure out the crazy food world and how it's changing all the time. Plus, one that's becoming a lot more expensive. I wanted to kick off this year and this video with answering a big question. Is casual dining worth it anymore? For a long time, casual dining lived in the middle. Not cheap, not fancy, but definitely dependable. It wasn't something that you planned your month or your week around. You just went. It was the Tuesday night solution, the no one wants to cook night, the place you went to after soccer practice or a late work meeting when you're out in Timbuktu. Today, casual dining comes with some questions. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the time? Is it better than what I could make at home? And finally, when the bill comes, am I going to get ticked off? Those kinds of calculations didn't exist before. And when you start doing the math before the menu hits the table, something fundamentally has changed. Let's talk about a perfect example, the Cheesecake Factory. Not because it's bad, not because it's fancy, but because it represents classic casual dining. Big menu, huge portions, something for everyone. A place where one person gets the pasta, the other person gets the burger, and someone else gets an entree salad and still picks at the fries from the person who got the burger. Today, Cheesecake Factory feels a little different. Not outrageously out of the question, but a heavier decision. You sit down already aware of the bill, you notice prices you didn't notice before, you hesitate before ordering the appetizer you want, like those loaded potato skins. According to The Street in 2025, Cheesecake Factory raised their prices by 4%, and The Street reported that people went out to Cheesecake Factory less, but Cheesecake Factory reported higher sales, which tells you that even though people went out less, they were still spending the money. According to the company's own SEC filings, Cheesecake Factory raised their menu prices due to the usual suspects: labor costs, food costs, rent. Look, there's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, but what once felt like a routine lunch option now feels like a decision. So, why did this all happen? Because the middle collapsed. All of this happened not because restaurants suddenly got greedy. It happened because the middle collapsed. First, food costs have gone up. According to the National Restaurant Association, menu prices at restaurants have been rising at a consistently higher rate than grocery store prices. So, what you've been noticing at restaurants is, in fact, happening. You want to know why? Because wholesale food prices have increased. In fact, according to the National Restaurant Association, wholesale food prices have risen 38% since 2020. Then there's labor. According to multiple industry surveys, restaurants are reporting increased labor expenses because wages have been going up, because there's still labor shortages, and that's years after the pandemic. Finally, and this is a real kicker, rent. Commercial leases have been rising in recent years too, especially in high-demand areas like downtown corridors, shopping malls, airports, and cities like LA, New York, heck, even Austin, Texas. You know what it costs to get a good taco around here? And here's the big kicker. Our expectations haven't changed. I still want big portions. I still want all the options I had since before the pandemic. I want to have a burrata salad with fresh tomato in the middle of winter. So, restaurants had two options. They could cut quality or they could raise prices. Most decided to raise prices. And quietly, dining out is shifting from routine to occasion. Not special occasion luxury, but a mental luxury decision. Here's a twist. Casual dining is eating into fast food. For years, casual dining was considered more expensive than fast food. In fact, research shows that the prices at casual dining have been rising at a rate faster than fast food. But people are viewing the price changes differently. Surveys have actually found that diners feel that casual dining is a better value than fast food. If I'm already paying the same amount of money, I might as well sit down and have a waiter refill my water glass. So, what does this all mean? Well, casual dining isn't dead, but it's not casual anymore, and people are adapting. Folks are cooking more at home. They're being more thoughtful about where they're spending their money, and they're saving some of these dining out events for, the moments that matter. Birthdays, family dinners, nights where no one can do the dishes, and of course, the indoor mall hang. This isn't about people just suddenly deciding to be cheap. It's about people being intentional with their money. The question is no longer, is this expensive? It is. The question is the food worth it? That is the new rule. The numbers don't lie either. Foot traffic analytics show that restaurants like Cheesecake Factory are actually holding their own better than fast food restaurants like Burger King. Bottom line, the old categories don't make sense anymore. As the prices of fast food and casual dining rise, the gap in between them is narrowing. If I'm going into a fast food restaurant and getting a burrito bowl with double guac and spending almost the same amount of money for an entree at a sit-down restaurant where a waiter or waitress is taking care of me, guess where I'm gonna go? Bottom line, fast food is no longer a cheap escape, and if you're paying sit-down prices, you might as well sit down. And all of that brings me to my next question. If casual dining is half a luxury flex, where does that leave fast casual? Because that was supposed to be the sweet spot, better than Burger King, cheaper than Cheesecake Factory. So I think I know what my next video is going to be about, Chipotle, and how my burrito ended up costing $20. Spoiler alert, never order the double guac. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments, do you still go out for casual dining anymore? And what menu item at Cheesecake Factory is worth the money? I already know it's the cheeseburger sliders. I'm just looking for more options.